in your 40s and you want to learn how to get a flawless foundation, go ahead and grab that foundation and your brushes. I'll wait. Now let's get started. Starting off, these are the tools that I highly recommend using for your foundation. This is a foundation brush. This is by BK Beauty. I absolutely love this brush. It is a perfect size. This is the 115. It has a little bit of an angle. It's super dense and perfect for foundation. Or you can use a makeup sponge. This is perfect for blending and really pressing that foundation into your skin. Now, if you are new to makeup, I highly recommend going with a drugstore foundation because why spend a lot of money when you are first starting out? To me, it just doesn't make sense. Favorite foundation to use is any foundation by Maybelline. That's mostly because I am more neutral and their undertones are perfect, especially if you are in the neutral family. Comes as a dropper. I'm actually only going to add a little bit to the brush, literally just a little bit. And we're going to start in small sections. So I'm going to press that into my skin. I'm going to place that on both sides. And as you can see, I'm doing a stippling motion all over my face. I'm not dragging the brush. I'm literally pressing that foundation into my skin. At this point, you should have already primed your face, and when it comes to primers, you want to choose a primer based off of your skin type. Same thing with foundation. If you have oily skin, you want to make sure that you are choosing a primer and a foundation that is going to help combat that oily skin. I am oily, so I am using a foundation that is for oily skin. This is the Maybelline Superstay Skin Tint that is perfect for oily skin. I am pressing that foundation into my skin as well as bringing it down to my jawline because we want to make sure that our face is matching our neck. To me, the goal with foundation is really to make it look like your skin, just better, more even. If you have anything like hyperpigmentation or dark spots like I do, you can color correct. And if y'all want to go for color correction, I will do that in another video. For the most part, I do not color correct because I don't mind my blemishes peeking through. To me, it gives that more skin-like effect. My skin is not perfect. I just want to make it look more even, so I don't mind having those blemishes there. The other thing with foundation is you want to make sure that you are applying in thin layers. So say that this was not enough coverage. So right here, I could probably go in with some more just to give more coverage because of my dark spots. So I would wait until that foundation, that first layer has completely dried before applying more. Y'all can see I'm literally only applying a little bit. I'm telling you, work in small sections and with the littlest amount because it's going to make it easier to correct if you make a mistake. So right here, I'm just going to press that into this section because this is where my dark spots are. And really just stippling that onto my face. And if you didn't notice, I didn't apply anything under my eyes because we do not want to add another layer to that because we're going to apply concealer, and too many layers, especially on mature skin, is really going to do you a disservice in the long run. I like to press that foundation in until it has dried down before moving to the next step. This looks like a good base. So right now, let's go in with our concealer. Right now, I'm just going to apply my concealer on the inner corner of my eye and also the outer corner. We're going to let this dry down before blending it out. I'm not going to tell you how much to apply. This is personal preference, but also if you have mature eyes, be aware the more that you apply, the more it might show fine lines any texture in the skin. And honestly, I live by the rule that less is more. Let's let that dry down and then blend it out. When it comes to your foundation, you definitely want to make sure that you are applying it to your forehead. I personally do not, only because I touch my forehead a lot. I don't know why I do, but I do. So I don't apply foundation up there, but you can. I just don't. Foundation has been applied and our concealer has dried down. We're going to follow up with this concealer brush. It has a bit of an angle as well. I love to use that to blend out my concealer. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to tap that concealer into my skin. I am not swiping. We do not want to do that. We want to tap it out. I am bringing it down right to my cheeks. And for your concealer, you can choose a concealer that is your skin tone. This is personal preference, or 1 to 2 shades lighter, especially if you want that brightening effect. I would go a couple shades lighter. And I'm bringing that up to the tail of my eyebrow and really blending that out. This has already brightened that area. It makes such a difference. The reason why we want to let that concealer dry down is because it is going to stay in place better and we don't have to worry about creasing as much. So that is the completed side, and you can see I still have my dark circles. Highly recommend concealer, and then get the concealer based off of your personal preference. I think I mentioned this before, but the residual that is on the brush, I am bringing that up to my eyelid just so that can be even too, because we tend to have discoloration in our eyelids as well. You might even have veins that peek through, so this is going to help cover that up. And then if you apply eyeshadow, this is going to be a great base. Blending that out on my nose too, because we don't want any lines. You can also take your sponge and tap that concealer in as well. This is all personal preference. That looks good. Now let's go on to bronzer. This bronzer is by Juvia's Place and I absolutely love it. So we're going to take a couple dots, like literally a couple, because this is very pigmented. I'm using this brush by BK Beauty. This is the 109, and as you can see, it has a bit of an angle, and that's why I love it. I'm using it right above my cheekbone just because I like it to be higher up. And the purpose of a bronzer is going to be warm, and it's going to add that warmth back to your face. You don't want to look flat because we aren't flat. So that is going to give a little bit of dimension to your face, but also warm you up. I'm just tapping that into my skin and I'm blending it into my hairline. Think about the number 3. You would do it around your hairline or temple area, then above or on your cheekbones, and then you could also do it on your jawline, especially when you're trying to match your jawline to your neck. You can also tap that close to behind your ear because this is going to make it look more seamless. So look at the difference. This side has the bronzer, this side does not. Y'all, a bronzer or a contour is literally a must-have. At this time, I'm just applying creams. We want to apply those creams first and then follow up with powder. That is going to ensure that everything stays in place and that you have a longer wear of your products. I'll take a tiny bit, I'm going to tap that off and apply it to your nose, and that is going to create some more dimension to your nose. If you want your nose to be like smaller, then this is a good way to get that illusion. I like to do this step just so it won't appear flat. Like literally think about drawing or painting. You don't just have one shade and call it art. You have multiple shades and they are creating shadows or they are highlighting. This is literally the same thing. It's like you're creating a masterpiece. For our final steps when it comes to cream, I'm going to use a cream blush. I decided to go with this shade just because it's fall and I'm really into browns right now. So what I'm going to do is take this brush, it's angled as well, and I'm going to start at my temple and place that right above that bronzer. And bring it close to underneath your eye on the outer edge. And we want to make sure that we are blending the two, the bronzer and the blush, together. Like the perfect flush. Like to start at the temple and then bring it down, because that way if I happen to have too much product on a brush, it's not going to be on the apples of my cheeks. It's going to be up here and it's going to be easier to correct. This is everything once we have applied all of our creams. Now in another video, I will follow up with showing you how to set everything with powder. Just to recap, you want to make sure that you are choosing a foundation based off of your skin type, whether it's oily, combination, or dry. Next, you want to make sure that you are pressing that foundation into your skin and make sure that you are blending around your jawline. Choose a concealer that is either your skin tone or 1 to 2 shades lighter if you want the brightening under the eye. Let that dry down and you're going to be good to go. To make sure that when you are applying your bronzer or contour, remember a bronzer is going to warm you up and a contour is going to be more cool and it's going to sculpt your face. You want to make sure that you are doing it around your temple and hairline, also on your cheekbone, and then on your jawline. And lastly, get you some cream blush. I promise you this is going to help with the longevity of making sure that your cheeks looked flush. If you like this video, go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe, and also follow me on my other platforms. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.